We need to will some things into existence. We need to believe bigger. Let me just, I wasn't going to go there this week. I wanted to teach a whole message just on persistence. But Wayne Starks planted a seed. He sang this song, Believe. And there's a song in there, Floyd Thomas wrote it, Just Be Persistent. I read an old story, way back in the days of slavery. There was just a slave, what they call a sharecropper, who lived on this plantation. And they actually stayed on the plantation. And this sharecropper sent their daughter to the master's house, residence. Now, this was bold. And a slave, and they're slaves, and you don't defy your master in those days. So she sent this little girl to the master's house, and she knocks on the door, and the master opens the door, and she said, Mama said, send her 50 cents. Looked her right in the eye. And so the guy said, I'm not going to do it, run on home. He went about his business and didn't even notice that little girl was still standing there. Then he went back and said, because after he said he's not going to do it, she said, yes, sir. But she stood right there. He went on about his business. Notice she's still standing there. He goes back. And he said, didn't I tell you to go home? Now go on home, or I'm going to take a switch and whoop you. And she said, yes, sir. And looked him in the eye and didn't move. This defiant little girl. Then he went and got some kind of instrument that he was going to whoop her with it. And then he came back and he stood in her space. Notice she was still standing there, and she took a step forward toward him. And she looked him in the eye and said, Mama said she got to have that 50 cents. And the man stared at her for a minute, put that instrument down he was going to whoop her with, reached into his pocket, gave her 50 cents, and he went back. He was working in this mill, grinding some flour or something. He just sat down and stared into space for about 10 minutes, just thinking about that whooping he just took. She willed that 50 cents into existence. Seemed like God trying to tell us something right now. She was, you talking about, that's the picture of persistence. Some people give up right before their breakthrough. The devil always fights you the hardest right before your dream, right before your manifestation is about to come to pass. That's not the time to quit.